SpotlightMediaStudios.com. Welcome to Education Unfiltered. Here is Mary Stucco.
Hello, this is Mary Stucco with Education Unfiltered, where we talk all things higher ed. And today we are very excited to have Northwood University joining us. The insurance industry is growing and the competition for young local talent increases. Higher institutions like Northwood are partnering with local organizations to develop programs and improve employment opportunities for the students. Among other insurance organizations, auto owners partners to help prepare and create avenues for students entering the insurance industry. Here in Lansing, Northwood offers a program for both traditional and non-traditional students looking to complete their degrees in a personalized and tailored format. So today we have several guests with us, and I will introduce you all. First of all, we have Luke Richards, who's the Lansing Admissions Advisor for Northwood University. We also have Sarah Cotton, who is a senior recruiter for Auto Owners Insurance Company, and Martin Gale, a Lansing Community College and Northwood student. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great to see you all.
Good morning. Thanks for having us, Mary.
You're welcome. So, Luke, let's go ahead and start with you. Tell me a little bit about Northwood and what makes Northwood so special.
Yeah, so Northwood is a business-only university founded in 1959 on the spirit of entrepreneurship. So we believe strongly in free enterprise, global society, and want to promote entrepreneurs like our Northwood students to be able to go into their community across the globe and impact the industries that they're interacting in and working in. And so we kind of have developed this program to really meet students where they are and provide them a pathway of success. And so we've done that with partnering with community colleges and corporations like auto owners so that our students, not only get that experience in the classroom, but outside the classroom to where they can use the skills and the knowledge on the mindset that we promote in Northwood to impact those organizations.
And that's a great point. I want you to talk a little bit about that, Luke, before we start bringing in Sarah and Martin into the conversation. One of the things that you guys do that is, I think, just amazing is you do experiential learning. Where you can earn up to 30 credits just because you've been out in the workforce and you've decided to go back to school, but some of your experience may translate into credits earned through college classes. So tell me a little bit about how that works.
Right. So our program fits for all types of molds of folks, whether you're the traditional student or the non-traditional student. And basically what we mean by that is whether you went to school right out of college, right out of high school, or whether you went into the workforce. And so one of the ways that we've developed, I would say, a break in the barrier for working adults who want to go back and earn their degree to actually get started and kind of ramp up to, the speed that they need in order to be successful and get the promotion or the advancement that they want is this program or this course called Prior Learning Assessment, where individuals can earn up to 30 credits based on their work-life experience or that non-traditional learning that takes place outside of the college classroom. And so we found that our insurance folks, the employees that are coming from the insurance industries, are really taking full advantage of this. And, it's a great tool for them to boost their confidence, but also to understand how to better leverage their experience that, they forgave their, the college experience for their working experience. And that time is so valuable. And so the PLA program really helps students to understand how to leverage that both in college with getting credits, but also in the workforce and using that to leverage their ability to advance.
That is such an amazing opportunity for students to take advantage of. Martin, I want to ask you a couple questions. Now, tell me a little bit about you and what you're doing in college, how you got there. and your experience with Northwood.
Yeah, so really, I'm at LCC and Northwood right now. I've been here for a couple of years now. I'm about to finish up with my associate's degree here. Really, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I fell into insurance and then, found this really awesome, 3+1 program here. That's really what drew me to LCC, with the partnership with Northwood. So, I'm able to be, as of now, dual enrolled with Northwood. And as I'm finishing up my associate's degree at LCC, I'm also working towards, the bachelor degree at Northwood. And I'm getting a bachelor's degree in business with a major in insurance. So really the coolest thing about it, like I said, the 3+1, so I take most of the classes, pretty much a majority of the classes here at LCC for a much lower cost. And I get my degree from Northwood, it's the same degree. So it's a terrific program. So I'm just glad to be a part of it.
That's wonderful. Congratulations on that. Now, you brought up a good point about a 3+1. So, Luke, could you talk to us a little bit about what a 3+1 is, how it works?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no right or wrong way, but basically the 3+1 embodies that students can earn 3 years worth of coursework and transfer that into our program from LCC. So they can complete 92 credits out of the 123 required for a bachelor's degree at the community college, and then they complete 31 credits with Northwood. And really what that allows the students to do is, complete an associate's degree at LCC, take an additional 30 credits, sometimes a certificate program, or just additional credits, or sometimes an additional associate's degree, and then take the 31 credits, which is our residency requirement for our adult degree program with us. Those classes are accelerated. They're online. We have a consortium agreement that allows students to get financial aid through Northwood for the remainder of the LCC courses. We've been a partner of Lansing Community College for 40-plus years, and so we believe strongly in that partnership, and so we encourage students to take full advantage of the 3+1 because it's a return on their investment. They're getting a bachelor's degree for, a lesser amount than they would at any other institution. So it's really kind of our way of giving back to the Lansing community, retaining that Michigan talent here in Lansing, and ultimately it just boils down to we want to help students be successful. And so that's kind of where our mindset lies with the partnership. The 3+1, we have a bunch of different degrees, majors available, which is, I think, kind of falls in line with, the topic of the insurance industry is, our programs prepare students to go into a certain industry, but able to impact it in the various fields that fall within that industry, whether it's finance, accounting, marketing, risk management, leadership, IT, we kind of do it all.
That's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about Martin. You are now kind of transferring into the next phase of your life, and I know you're starting an internship with auto owners pretty soon.
Yeah, I am. Starting up this summer with the underwriting department in auto owners. So, that really, I'm super excited about it. But, I can attest to what Luke was saying, just the experience here at Northwood and 3+1 with LCC really helped prepare me for it. And, I'm excited for it. So.
That's wonderful. So, Sarah, I know you do a lot. You at Auto Owners, you all do a lot with interns. So, can you tell, especially now with COVID going on, what does it look like for all these interns throughout the country that you have coming in to work with you? How it's going to look for them?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this summer because last summer everything was so up in the air with our internship program. Essentially not knowing if we were going to be working from home, and who knew a year later we'd still be working from home. But I think the great thing is this year we've had that time to plan, to anticipate that being at home, being able to do those networking opportunities, because that is such a vital part of what our internship program is. The interns talking with each other, talking about their experiences, but also talking with people throughout the company, talking with recruiters, just having those networking experiences on top of having that real on-the-job training, even if it's virtual, being able to have that, I think, makes those internships so much more successful. Being able to have our interns get a feel for our culture, get a feel for who we are as a company, because in a year, 2 years, they're going to be making those big life decisions that say, hey, I want to work at Auto Owners because it's a great place to be, and I've experienced that. So kind of looking forward to this summer being able to do some more of those networking opportunities. We got some things in the works right now. We actually have a committee on our recruiting team that is kind of throwing out ideas right now of what we're going to do. I do know that I'm doing what we call basically an intern. It's like an intern happy hour, but it's where it's kind of like a presentation at the end of the day, a couple times throughout the summer, where people throughout the company come on and they talk about just different topics. I know I'm doing one this summer about how to be successful while working at home. We all know what it's like to see, hey, there's my bed, and that sounds really good right about now.
Right.
But how do we keep ourselves motivated? Because at the end of the day, we want to be productive in our day at work so that we can still grow as a company.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, it sounds like you've been a recruiter for a while, so you've kind of seen all the different styles of working and all that. What would be your advice to Northwood students that are getting ready to enter the workforce or maybe make a job change, as far as maybe getting an internship at Auto Owners or possibly getting a job at Auto Owners? What would you suggest to them?
I think the biggest thing is to not so much worry about the education part, that saying, okay, I've done this, that, and the other. Make sure you have those soft skills too. Make sure you can hold the conversations, be able to tell about why you would like to work at a company, because ultimately when you work for a company, you want to make sure you have that cultural fit, and we're really big on that at Auto Owners. Not everybody's going to be a cultural fit in every company that they work for. I think if they were, people wouldn't leave jobs. So I think kind of talking to students, talking to people that are thinking about changing their job, is ask those questions about, the work-to-life balance. What is that like with a company? What kind of benefits? What makes your company, different from other companies? And I think, especially at Auto Owners, I've been 10 years this month, and I can tell you I was not one that wanted to go into the insurance industry. I never had that desire. And coming into Auto Owners, especially when I started being a single mom and seeing that family culture, was huge for me. It made all the biggest difference in the world, because not every company is like that. So I always tell people, ask those cultural fit questions when you're looking at an internship, at a job change, because that, at the end of the day, is going to be so much better than how much am I going to be making? How much time off am I going to have? Those are great questions to ask, but at the end of the day, you want to like where you work versus how much you're getting paid to work there.
That's very much words of wisdom right there. Luke, tell us a little bit about, at Northwood, the advising, and you do a lot of personalized advising. How do you think Northwood handles the advising portion differently than maybe other schools?
Yeah, well, this is one that I personally have, have some connection with, just because, I went to LCC and then I went to MSU, and my advising experience was great at LCC, but then when I got to that bigger 4-year, it just wasn't the same. I didn't get that personalized approach, which I really needed to make sure I was staying on track, signing up for the right classes. I had to do a lot of that alone, and it just added a lot of extra stress to my college experience. And so one of the things that we do is we call it touch to tassel. So for all of our students who are entering into Northwood, who are at LCC, work with me. And I work with a lot of the LCC advisors and faculty to ensure that we're, meeting the requirements for the associate's degree, setting them up for the semester or two after the associate's degree. and then helping them through the admissions process. And once they're through the admissions process, there's a handoff that takes place to one of our 2 program center managers here in Lansing that work with each student from start to finish. So whether it's their academic advising, working with financial aid, setting them up with career advancement opportunities, we kind of do all of that in-house, and each student works with that same person from start to finish.
That sounds like a wonderful way to do it. And Martin, as a student, can you tell me how easy has your transition been at Northwood going from Lansing Community College to Northwood?
Yeah, everything that Luke just mentioned, same with me. I've attended a couple of different schools. I started out at Alma College, transferred to Central or Montcalm Community College, and now I'm here at LCC, and my advising everywhere else was, just not even close to what Northwood has been. And the transition in the beginning, meeting with Luke, was so stress relieving for me because, like I said, I've transferred schools so many times, trying to figure out a school I wanted to attend, and having him to be able to just lay out that plan for me in front of me, and leaving the first meeting and just realizing I actually know what I have to do already, like everything's set up for me. It was just so stress relieving for me because every time I walk out of another advising appointment or an admissions appointment from a different college, I was always just stressed out and worried. So yeah, that was really cool for me. And then just quickly, the advisor that I have at Northwood, I tell you what, she is actually just unbelievable for me. I email her sometimes like 4 or 5 times a day with different questions, and she gets back to me and she does everything like just great for me. So without her, I'd be in a hole. So I appreciate the advising over there at Northwood.
Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us. We have Luke Richards from Northwood University, Martin Gale, Lansing Community College and Northwood University student, and Sarah Cotton from Auto Owners Insurance Company. We also want to thank today all of our sponsors for this podcast, Davenport University, Auto Owners Insurance Company, and SETSEG. SETSEG has partnered with Michigan's education community, offering property casualty, workers' compensation, and employee benefit solutions tailored to meet the needs of more than 500 public school districts across the state. To learn more, visit SETSEG, SCTSEG.org. Have a great day.